determined swimmer. She's 64 years old. And Diana Nyad became the first person to swim from Cuba to Florida without a shark cage. That's 110 miles. 110 miles. Somebody did the math on this the other night, and they said it was like 7,000 laps in a pool. 7,000 laps in a pool. Did I tell you she was 64 years old? And her first attempt was in 1978 when she was 28 years old. So there's some things that we learn from this woman, and I just kind of wanted to share some of that as we're talking about moving in our focus as we go toward the finish line right now. And some of us have been in this business a long, long time. And we strive and we go and we work, and sometimes we fail and sometimes we succeed. But to tell you, this is a lot of years of focus, consistency, and commitment. Working a plan, working a system, getting beat back sometimes with your own personal physicality, sometimes with the weather, sometimes with Mother Nature, and having to overcome all of those issues. When would you have quit? The first try? How about just the planning of trying to make the swim, of the practice of doing the swim? We learned some things with her. So first of all, she talked about 3 things that she gave us. Never, ever, ever give up. 5 times she tried this, starting in her 20s. She was 27 or 28 years old when she made the first attempt, and she's now 64 years old. Amazing in itself. The second thing is you're never too old. You know, sometimes we think we're too old to chase that dream. Sometimes we think we're too young to chase the dream. I'm not old enough, or I'm too old. She said, you're never too old to stop chasing your dream. She didn't use her advancing years as an excuse for not trying hard. She did not think, as some of us, that I'm in my 60s and I'm too old to reach my goal, and that I'm going to go rock in my rocking chair and dream of what could have been. Now, a lot of you are not in your 60s, but you're in your 40s. You dreamed of hitting certain things in your 30s, and now you're in your 40s. It's like, oh, I failed. No way. These are phenomenal stories. This really resonates within me, obviously, partially because of age. But, you know, Ray Kroc was probably in his late 60s when he started building the McDonald's empire. I don't know if you guys know that or not. But in his late 60s, before he started building, he didn't own one McDonald's store. There was another thought that just went right out of my head on that. But you're never too old to get to your dream. And the third thing she said is there's no I in team. She swam the 110 miles by herself, but she couldn't do it without a team. She was kind of joking up there. She said that she was interviewed a few times, and somebody said, well, do you have a boat that goes with you, or do you do this by yourself? And she kind of jokingly laughed. She says, no. You know, I do this all by myself. I kind of jump in the water. She says, I put a couple bananas in my top. You know, I have this water pack on my back that kind of converts salt water to regular water. And if I need some water, I do that. You know, she was kidding about it because there's 35 people in her team. We all have teams. We have our escrow officers, we have our transaction coordinators, we have our support team, we have our brokerage team, we have all of the people that are there, our recruiting coaches, our coaches, that are there to help you along the way to get to where you want and need to go. Use it. Use those opportunities. They're there for you. Work them. She certainly did. I wrote down, physical fitness is forever. I'm not sure how Diana Nyad stayed in shape. I read a lot yesterday on trying to get some more background on her, and they didn't really talk a lot about it. However, 53 hours in the water, in salt water, and I don't know about you guys, but swimming in open water, like if you go in the ocean and you swim off the shore, it's freaky, right? I don't know what's going on underneath me. You know, what's swimming around bothers me. I couldn't imagine doing that. And she's doing this for 53 hours, just on and on. But how about strokes? Just how about moving your arms? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but if I go on a really long walk for 4 or 5 miles, everything hurts. You know, just the act of just moving forward, you know, everything hurts. It's amazing. And here she is, 53 hours in motion most of the time. It's amazing. Physical fitness is forever. I wrote down here, know your limits. This is a great point. She failed because of storms, because of sharks, because of jellyfish. She was crying in there. Sometimes you got to know your limits. If you get all stung up, if you get beat up, if the marketplace is just wiping you out, sometimes you have to take a step back, regroup yourself, work on your skills, work on your physicality, work on your presentations, so that you can go back in there, because tomorrow's another day. Know your limits, back them up, re-energize yourself, and then get back in the game. Does that make sense? She knew her limit. She came out of the water. She knew she couldn't do it anymore. But it didn't stop her from getting back into training and coming back at it another way, another approach. If you get a chance to go online, she got off course the first 4 times, big time off course. And you can see they plotted her course out, and they laid some different things. And it'd be pretty discouraging. You know, you're going that way, that's the way you're supposed to go, you know, and all your efforts are over here, and you're 18 miles off course just to begin with. So you still have the 130 miles, plus you got to make up the 18. Mentally, you're on cuckoo land. I mean, that'd be crazy. I wrote down here, jump back in the water, or get back on the boat, or get back on the horse. Pull yourself together and get back in the ring or the thing that you're playing at. Don't give up, because that's the easy thing to do. That's easy. Giving up is easy. Giving up is easy. Sticking with it is hard. Giving up is easy. Jump back in. I wrote down here, the next one is focus on your strengths. The woman was 64 years old. Obviously, she doesn't have the abilities of a much younger adult. A much younger athlete, excuse me. She doesn't. She's 64. You know, I can't do what I could do when I was 24. I'm sure she can't either. But we've got to stay with it. We have to focus on our strengths. What was one of her strengths? Determination. Consistency. Staying in the long haul. She wasn't the fastest, but she could stay in the water longest. Hey, that's mine. I'm not the smartest real estate broker or agent you're going to run into. I'm not the cleverest. I'm certainly not the richest. But no one will outwork me consistently over time. No one. And I will beat them like a drum over time. 40 years of doing this consistently over time. Day in, day out. Scripts, dialogues, prospecting, role-playing. everything, same stuff, 40 years. No one else out there can say that. And I'll do it for another 40, God willing. No one's going to beat that. Well, that's what, thank you. It was not for that. It was for, that's my strength. Because there's plenty of brokers that are smarter, more handsome, present nicer, richer. Ask them, they'll show you their Rolls Royce. Consistently getting up every single day, going out, working hard to help you. That's my strength. Bringing people together to help me do that. That's my strength. Consistency over time. Her strength. Determination over time. Maybe your strength. I wrote down here, ignore the naysayers. Have self-confidence. You'll never know your limits until you push yourself to them. You'll never know your limits until you push yourself to the limits. But if you give up, you won't know. And let me tell you, giving up is the easy thing to do. It's hot outside. It's cold outside. It's wet outside. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. Okay. Learn it. Do it. Put a poncho on. Go out and knock some more doors. It's hot outside. Have 2 or 3 shirts in the car, guys. Ladies, same thing. Have some blouses, different things. Set up to go to the gym and take a cold shower in the middle of the workday so that you can refresh yourself. No big deal. Can be done. Door knock around your house. There's a concept. And then go back to your house, take a shower, colder shower, and get back out there. So you ruin 3 shirts for the day. So what? And if you don't have money to buy shirts, that's a production problem. Because if you take enough listings, you will have money to buy more dresses and shirts, right? Say yes.
Yes.
All right. And don't stop believing. Don't stop believing. Believing it can be done. Believing in yourself. She never did. She knew she could do it. It could happen. I wrote down here, push yourself. Success in life always comes down to the choices that we make. Success in life always comes down to the choices we make. No one said this was going to be easy. Just know that nothing beats the feeling of accomplishment. The feeling of accomplishment, of getting it done. She's accomplished it. My job is to get up every day and help you. That's my accomplishment. Your job is to get up every day, know what to say and how to say it, so that you can help people. Remember what Zig Ziglar said? The more people you help, the better you're going to be. Right? Simple. You get your goals, they get theirs. I wrote down here, today matters. You need to go hard with no excuses. No one has ever given their best and regretted it. No one has ever given their best and regretted it. No one. So we need to take that thought. We need to watch Diane and Nyad 2 or 3 times this week. We need to review what we're working on. We need to re-energize ourselves and decide that we need to focus on what's good for us and what's good for our family. Because here's an important thought to remember. Christmas is coming. And what you do today, the activities that you do today, the doors you knock today, the phone calls you make today, the people you talk to today, the scripts and dialogues you learn today, are going to result in the money you're going to have for you and your family in the next few months. Have a powerful week. Thank you.